Have you ever wondered if we're alone in the universe? Well, what if we told you that aliens might be living among us right now? The idea of aliens living among us is a popular conspiracy theory that has been circulating for decades. Some people believe that extraterrestrial beings have been visiting and interacting with humans on Earth for centuries, and that governments and other organizations are working to cover up their existence. While there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, it continues to fascinate people and has inspired numerous works of fiction in books, movies, and television. So, let's explore the intriguing possibility that extraterrestrial beings are already here on our planet, walking amongst us, and perhaps even influencing our daily lives. And also, let's see what the conspiracy theories are around aliens and us. So, fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a mind-bending journey into Aliens Are Among Us Conspiracy Theory with the Hidden Agenda. The theory of aliens living among us suggests that extraterrestrial beings have been visiting Earth for a very long time. According to this theory, these beings can disguise themselves as humans, making it difficult to identify them. Some people believe that these aliens are among us, living ordinary lives, and even holding positions of power and influence in various industries. Let's talk about some incidents people have witnessed regarding these. Starting with the Foo Fighters and ghost rockets. In November 1944, pilots who were flying over Western Europe at night started seeing round glowing objects that moved very fast and followed their planes. They called these objects Kraut fireballs, or Foo Fighters, and they looked fiery and glowed in different colors like red, white, or orange. At first, people thought that these objects might be secret weapons used by Germans, but further investigation showed that German and Japanese pilots also saw similar things. In 1946 and 1947, there were many reports of ghost rockets appearing in Scandinavian countries, mostly in Sweden, and later in other European countries too. The next incident is known as the Roswell balloon and recovered disc hoaxes. In 1947, something strange happened in Roswell, New Mexico. The Army said they found a flying disc, but then they said it was just a balloon. People didn't talk about it until the 1970s when they wrote stories about it. Many other things that looked like flying discs were found, but they were really just things like saw blades or toys made to trick people. Some people made fake flying discs and put them in different places to trick others. Now we have the Fred Chrisman and the Maury Island hoax. In 1947, a man named Kenneth Arnold saw something strange in the sky which made him very famous. He was asked by a magazine editor to investigate a story about two men in Tacoma who said they had parts of a flying saucer. The editor gave Kenneth $200 to pay for the investigation. In July of that year, Kenneth interviewed one of the men who said that a craft spewed out what looked like thousands of newspapers. The object also emitted rocks that fell on a boat and hurt a worker and killed a dog. The man said he was later warned not to talk about it. Kenneth also talked to another man who said he found pieces of a flying saucer. The Air Force sent 2 officers to investigate, but they died in a plane crash on their way back to base. Later, an Air Force officer said the whole thing was a hoax. Some people wrote about the incident in books also. So, these are several supposed pieces of evidence to support the idea that aliens are living among us. Some people point to the numerous reports of UFO sightings and alleged alien abductions as proof that extraterrestrial beings are visiting Earth. They argue that if UFOs and alien encounters are real, then it is only logical to assume that some of these beings are living among us. Others believe that certain government organizations, such as NASA and the CIA, are involved in a cover-up to hide the existence of aliens living among us. They argue that these organizations have access to information and technology that the general public does not, so they are actively suppressing evidence of alien activity. Let's talk about some of the conspiracy theories revolving around this. People have been talking for many years about how some evidence related to aliens has been kept hidden. Some people also think that some governments have taken away or destroyed UFO or alien-related evidence. Here are some examples. In 1947, William Rhodes took some pictures of an unusual object in the sky over Phoenix, Arizona. The photos were printed in some newspapers, But later, an Army Air Force intelligence officer and an FBI agent got Rhodes to give them the negatives. Rhodes tried to get them back, but he couldn't. The photos were analyzed and appeared in some secret Air Force reports. Again, in 1950, a photographer for the Louisville Courier-Journal newspaper took a movie of a flying object over Kentucky. Air Force intelligence officers wanted to get the movie and interview the photographer, but they didn't want the FBI to know. They said that it would be nice if OSI could arrange to secure a copy of the film in some covert manner. In Montana, Nicholas Mariana filmed some unusual objects in the sky and eventually turned the film over to the U.S. Air Force. But he said that the first part of the film, which showed the objects as spinning discs, had been taken out when it was returned to him. Sounds like the U.S. Air Force or the U.S. government tried and succeeded to suppress these unusual sightings. Some people think that in 1949, the military was looking into strange green lights in New Mexico. There, they saw UFOs on camera. They say that the investigation report didn't say much, but some documents later found showed that 4 objects were flying together really high up in the sky. And guess what? The report on this was not included in the final report. Again, a man named Donald Kehoe was going to talk about UFOs on TV in 1958, but the Air Force didn't let him say everything he wanted to. The TV channel cut off his sound and said he was going to say things he shouldn't say. Some people think that what he was going to talk about were 4 studies that showed UFOs were from other planets. And these studies were not shared with the public before. In 1967, a memo was sent to the U.S. Air Force by Lieutenant General Hewitt Wheelis. He said that there were reports of people pretending to be military officers who were bothering people who had seen UFOs. They were telling them not to talk and taking their photos. The memo mentioned a specific case called the Heflin incident. People were told to tell AFOSI if they knew of any similar cases. Strange. An investigator called Nick Cook says he found proof that the U.S. government made secret technology with the help of Nazi scientists after World War II. They used this technology to make planes that could fly very fast and be used in secret military missions. Nick Cook also thinks that the idea of aliens visiting Earth is not true, and that the CIA made up this story to cover up the real secret technology. In 2005, a TV show was made about this called UFOs, The Secret Evidence. A senator, called Mike Gravel, said in 2013 that he thinks the government is hiding proof of aliens. Though others say this many people can't keep a secret for so long. But who knows what they are hiding? While the idea of aliens living among us is certainly fascinating, there is no concrete evidence to support this theory. The supposed evidence that supporters of this theory have put forward is largely anecdotal and lacks scientific credibility. Additionally, the vast majority of UFO sightings and alien encounters can be explained by natural phenomena or human error. Despite the lack of evidence, the theory of aliens living among us continues to capture the imagination of many people. It has inspired countless works of fiction and has even made its way into popular culture in the form of television shows and movies. While it is certainly possible that there may be extraterrestrial life elsewhere in the universe, the idea that aliens are living among us remains firmly in the realm of speculation and fantasy. So, what do you think? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to The Hidden Agenda.